1, 2, 3, 4. We have got some levels.
I can hear you now.
Good. Oh, you must be listening to what comes through the recorder. I must be listening straight through the desk.
Oh, that's not confusing at all.
Should we have eaten after we recorded?
I've got to be honest, I was starting to feel a little bit sleepy before you said, all right, okay, let's go and record. All right, all right then.
We need to stop going to that chip shop that time.
Well, maybe we should just stop getting a large portion of chips.
We needed them today, though.
To be fair, I ate almost all of my chips, and I don't normally do that.
I'm glad I didn't get sausage as well. I could have easily eaten more, but
I think you'd have regretted it.
I'm regretting it now. So the second after.
Poor food baby in your belly doesn't know what to do with itself.
It's like a food alien.
Food alien.
Knows exactly what to do. That's what I'm afraid of.
As long as it works its way out the correct direction. I don't want anything bursting out of your belly button.
I'm looking forward to the correct way.
This is Rightly Used with Adam and Karen.
Hello, we are awake,
We are!
but very, very tired.
Oh, we're tired? Yeah, we are. This is becoming a bit of a theme.
But this time it's because I did exercise.
You've worked really hard today, and I hung some washing outside and sat on a deck chair for 20 minutes till I got too warm, and then went and took myself to bed for an hour.
It was still warm there, though.
It was, but at least I wasn't in direct sunlight.
I feel good. I've cleaned the car and done a damn good job of it.
Bunny is looking sparkling. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thanks. Car cleaning there. I know it needs to be a little bit more. I'm not so down to the details. I've got a clay bar. Yeah, no, I'm not made of money. I don't enjoy doing it that much.
Put that on the Christmas list for you.
No, please don't. I might unlock a new obsession or something.
That's a good point. The podcast already takes up enough time.
Plus, you can't reach to the roof. I have to apologise for the last episode. It was already running short without likely used news. And then when I was editing, I found out only the start of the game was recorded, not even up to us starting actually playing Dumb Criminals. No idea what happened. We did record 2 parts, but it just picked up from where we were, and there was references to our players and how far along we'd got in the game, so I can't even kind of merge the 2 bits together because there's no even start of gameplay. Yeah, so it wasn't great. And so the Bibliotat and the outro segments, they were stretched by around 5 to 6%. Hoping this records okay.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
It is kind of noticeable that we're talking.
Well, if people listen on like 1.5 times speed, they won't know.
It comes in sort of waves. Like I tried to get it consistent, but no, I don't know what happened there. The argument for the fancy mixer becomes even stronger.
Yeah,
Plus,
it just?
fancy mixer.
Yeah, of course.
You had a big night out.
Me? I
you
did.
did have a big night out.
I
a surprise theatre ticket.
Yep, Lexi took me on a date night. Short notice. I was supposed to be coming over here. It was the Thursday before the last bank holiday. And I texted her in the afternoon. I was like, oh, I'm not coming over tonight. I'm going out to the theatre with Lexi to watch Greg Davis do his current stand-up tour, which is called Full Fat Legend.
And how many G's are you pronouncing Greg Davis with?
All of the G's. Greg.
Confessions from group text. How many G's? No, I started throwing in, is there an E in the surname?
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
Full confession, I did spell Greg Davis like Greg's, the place where you go get pasties in group chat. And then pretty much corrected myself almost immediately, but not quick enough to
I think it's
avoid
one of the
any
things,
jokes.
if you think about it, you're going to get it wrong. Whereas you just, how I'd normally do it without thinking of it will be the right way.
Yeah.
But you did have a good night.
I had a great time, and Lexi had a really good time too. I laughed so hard. At one point, I was nearly sick in my hands. And that's not because I was turned off by it or anything. I was just laughing so hard. I'd forgotten to breathe. I think there may have been like a hiccup-y type situation developing. But anyway, I managed to hold down whatever it was I'd eaten that day. I can't recall now. I've slept since then, thankfully.
That's a quote for the poster.
Yeah, I did. I did tweet him. I think I sent him a tweet saying, "Saw you at Swansea Arena last night. Laughed so hard I nearly hurled." I haven't seen a response to it, and it's fine if I never get one. But I've wanted to see Greg Davis live for a long time, and he did not disappoint. He was a real entertainer. And like all good comedians, engaged with the audience in various ways. Lost track multiple times, laughed at himself because he knew what was coming, and there was a particular woman in the audience right at the front that had given him a very stern look early on, and he was like, "I'm laughing because I know what's coming, and I am already imagining the response from this woman," just like the scathing look she gave him. So that whole like relationship became part of the show, and there was another woman, believe it or not. There is another woman in Swansea that cackles louder than me.
No.
I shit you not. But, yeah, it was Essel Sears there or something, and she was out laughing me in the crowd. Because, my laugh is pretty distinctive when I get going.
You can spot yourself on the recorded.
All the time. All the Cheap Show lives, I can hear my laughter in the background. And then I send timestamp clips to my parents going, "Look, listen to this 10 seconds. Here's me laughing. I was there."
What was the name of the tour?
Full Fat Legend. And it's brilliant. It's basically like a story of self-discovery of an upper middle-aged man who doesn't really know who he is, what he wants to do when he grows up, and all of that stuff. It's all very relatable, very funny. I don't think Lexi fancies him quite as much now as she did before we saw the show. But yeah, Greg Davis live, excellent gig. Just fucking brilliant. Yeah, really good.
Follow-up as well. Gareth Gwynn of I'm So Not Over It, after you've mentioned yourself, forgot to. He said, "I can share that video of Muppet him recounting the story of our Fletcher and the door pooper. And the photo when we both had our work parties coincidentally at the same night. We got back roughly the same time, and they're coincidentally both theme parties." Gareth's theme was superheroes, and he put a lot more effort in. He went as Inspector Gadget.
Nice.
My work party was Hollywood. I didn't shave and borrowed a baseball cap. I went to Silent Bob.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, if I had your looks, I'd have done the same.
Very low effort. But you can see the photo and the video from... the video and the photo is from 2007.
Right.
That'll be on likelyused.co.uk.
Right. Other things that I've been up to recently. I bought a new to me mobile phone handset. It's like 2 or 3 upgrades from the one that I had. So same brand, same like professional level phone with camera and shit. Because I buy phones for the cameras, not for their functionality. Don't know why. Maybe I should just buy a camera.
A camera that takes calls.
Yeah.
And you can text on.
Yes. Yeah. So, yeah, smart camera.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, working it that way around. Nobody buys phones for the phones anymore.
I wonder if smart camera would have worked better as a selling point than a smartphone. Interesting. Anyway.
It might be a parallel universe.
Yeah,
something
maybe.
Tangented off.
Yeah. Somewhere in another dimension, there's a me going, I fucking love these smart cameras.
Everyone's wearing the cameras around their necks. Yeah. And that's all their life.
Yeah.
Just hanging around their neck.
On big lanyards. Anyway, it took me 2 days to transfer all of my data and shit over from my old phone to my new phone.
Continuously?
On and off for 2 days. It then downloaded every single photo from my Google Cloud storage onto this new handset. So there's like 17,000 photos on this phone now that I'm gradually deleting like 900 or so at a time, because by the time I've clicked that many, I'm bored.
Every photo you've taken since you've had a Gmail address.
Pretty much, yeah. 2009-ish.
That's a lot of data.
Yeah, it is. I wonder what Google's done with all of it. So yeah, I am glad that I've got the new phone. It works exactly the same as the old phone. But I have had it reaffirmed to me that I am a Luddite. I'm not good with technology. All of these clever copy my data, copy my phone apps, Google doing the direct data transfer, WhatsApp doing exactly the same. Can I figure that shit out? Can I fuck?
Whatever happened to days when you just copy everything to your SIM card?
I know!
And pop that in.
I know! And because like my old phone had two email addresses on it, plus a SIM card, all of my contacts were saved in between 3 different places. So some of them were coming up as names with no numbers. Some of them were coming up as numbers, no names. And like some people were on their duplicated times. I've figured it mostly out now. But yeah, new technology makes me feel very, very, very old.
Oh, yeah. Anything with a touchscreen, I'm not a huge fan of.
No, you're not.
Give me some buttons and knobs and dials and switches.
Yeah.
Even a good old lever.
Actual tangible mechanical things.
Yeah.
Moves.
If something goes wrong, if something breaks, it can be replaced as a single component. I like that.
Yeah, definitely. And you only need one size spanner to change any part on whatever the thing is. Like an ancient Land Rover where you just need a 12mm spanner and it fixes the world.
Did I ever tell you one of the main reasons I really fucking hate touchscreens and my worst ever experience of touchscreens?
I don't think so.
I kept quiet that, I used to do stuff on local radio years ago. The one time I covered a show, I mostly did at one station, it was an overnight show on 3 stations that were on the same network, yeah. Me and my mate who did the other nights of the week, I agree with him. It was cheaper for us to do that than for them to get a security guard to look after 2 buildings. So if there's somebody in there, it makes it sound like it's occupied.
Yeah.
Anyway, I went to this one other radio station and I got to cover one show, a drive time show. Afternoon, everyone's coming home.
Prime time.
I was only ever shown how to use the playout computer system with a touchscreen. Now, this touchscreen, it was just on one screen, and it was an older type with that kind of plasticky coating that was over the top and kind of just a little bit away from the screen, but also touching the screen. Radio presenters being absolute fucking morons that we are. How to work it is a big button that says go. Literally, that's it. Everything's built, all the songs are in there, all the jingles, they're all in order. All you have to do is talk, and even tells the computer when to stop by itself. So that's your time to talk for a bit, and when you're finished talking, press go.
Right.
Because that's the bit that every presenter, since the computer system was installed, however many years ago, so that's several thousand times over how many days and months and years, that touchscreen's worn off. And nobody had shown me any other way to use it other than press go.
Oh.
And nothing. Okay, there's just dead air now while I'm working out.
Oh, no.
No other presenter came in. I went, press F1 or 1, 2 or 3. Or I was just presuming the numbers might... I don't know to press them in case something breaks. I haven't been shown.
There were other DJs in the building.
I couldn't leave the room. Nothing was happening.
Yeah.
So somebody did come in to tell me, there's dead air, don't you? Yes, I'm very aware of it. I think that's a receptionist. Little help.
Oh dear.
So yeah, that's my main experience with touchscreen, and that's never ever going to leave me. Is touchscreens are shit. Is they can fail very, very easily, and absolutely spectacularly.
Catastrophic failure.
At least it wasn't in charge of a car or something.
Yeah. Or driving a train.
I had some CDs with me. I thought, right, you're just going to find out what I've got in my bag today. This is what we're playing. Maybe we'll have some adverts if I can work stuff out. I don't know, but I'll just keep an eye out for 20 parts so I can do traffic and travel every 20 minutes, and then o'clock when it's the news. Other than that, I don't know what's going to be happening.
Oh no.
I wasn't asked back to do a show.
Were you not? Oh, that's a shame.
Nor did anyone ask, hey, what happened with... Nobody followed up.
That's ridiculous. So none of them listened to their own radio station, apparently.
I don't know if anyone complained after. At least somebody would have gone, can we review this with you? Let's talk through the tape.
Yeah.
And nothing like that. No follow-up. Like, The fuck was that about? You spent 4 hours here. You were in the other studio practicing on that Yeah, nobody touches the screen in that as much, do they?
Yeah.
It's Studio 2.
Oh, God. Oh, what a nightmare.
Touch screens go fuck right off.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll give you that one.
What have we got coming up on the show?
Oh, Christ, you're asking me.
Shall I say what we've got coming up?
Well, a very protracted introduction. We are going back to Johnny Turnip in lightly used news.
And we've got a bit of an announcement.
Oh, we do. There's exciting things happening.
I'll tell you a little bit.
And then I guess there'll be a game of some sort when we figure out which one we're going to play. Tat in the Box. Bibliotat to finish, and then maybe a protracted outro where we talk about random shit.
Or we could just say thanks for listening and end it there. We'll see what happens when we get there.
Can I tell you 2 exciting things?
Oh, yeah, so sorry. Before I moved on to say what's come up in the show, I thought, when you put your book down, I thought, oh, you
No.
Oh, sorry, yes. We got more to talk about, yes.
That you don't know anything about.
No, that's why I was moving on.
Okay, so that motorbike that I told you about on eBay.
Oh, yes.
Jackson has had a look at it and he's like, oh, babe, that's so cute. You should so bid on that.
Do you want to let the listeners know a bit of background?
Okay, so Jackson, my beautiful bestie, has a motorbike. And like all motorbike enthusiasts, he wants to go out and ride it. And he's been teasing me for weeks now because I used to be a biker and then I had a very bad crash and it put me off, keeping that bike and then getting another one later on down the line. And then it was another probably 6 years before I felt confident enough to drive a car. So I've not really been that keen to go back to getting a motorbike, but Jackson, every opportunity he gets, I love you, Jackson, if you're listening, every opportunity he gets, he sends me memes, videos of like people, lounging around with their bikes, like drinking a coffee, checking their watch, going, oh God, when is my bestie going to buy a bike? So I was looking at Honda Monkeys on Facebook Marketplace, and amazingly, they've all sold unless I want to go to like Newcastle upon Tyne to go and get one, which I don't. So a Honda Monkey's out of the question.
Bit of a ride back on the Monkey
Yeah,
too.
just a tad. Trailer. Actually, it'd fit in the back of your new van.
Tatmobile too. Forgot we got that.
yeah. God, we're so professional, guys. We're so organised.
2 shows worth of stuff to talk about in the intro.
I know. So anyway, I found a Lex Moto 125 relatively locally to where we live on eBay. It's got a buy it now price of £1,400, and the first bid was £500. It's got a couple of days left on it. And I might have put a £700 bid on it
Cheeky
this afternoon, and then told Jackson, and he's like, "Yes, babe, badass!" And I'm like, "Yeah, I know, but if I win it, that means I've got to do my CBT, but I'm not bidding over £700. That's all I'm, willing to part with."
Well, if you do get it, it's a lot of money you've saved from the asking price that can go towards CBT.
Yeah, I mean, even if I was the winning bidder, the guy probably wouldn't let it go for that, but I don't know what the rules are. So Karen may or may not be adopting 2 more wheels at some point in the not too distant future, and she doesn't really know how she feels about it. And then the other exciting thing, I am going on a gunt.
A cunt?
A what?
I know. A ghost. I was trying to.
A ghost.
Cunt.
I'm going on a gunt.
When are you going on your gunt?
On the 6th of September.
Well, where's Haunted?
Somewhere in London.
Do you know we've got to take with you, don't you?
A jam jar.
Exactly.
You know I'm taking a fucking jam jar.
You probably have to take it out of your pocket. They might just be naturally attractive.
Yeah.
We don't know how that works as a ghost hunt. Ghost. Oh, sorry, hunting device.
So yeah, I'm going on a ghost hunt.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, I'm really pleased.
Well,
Thanks to TJ for getting Sanya to put me on the list and stuff. Thanks. Love you. Bye. Yeah.
Oh, you're going to have a great old time.
Yeah, so, dear boss, please can I book the 8th of September off as annual leave for recovery? Thank you.
Yeah, sure, take an extra day, well.
Oh, there we go. Sounds like you're okay for it.
Yeah, that's all my exciting news. Do you want to tell people about your new baby?
Oh, there is a Tatmobile 2. I got a van.
Yay. That was exciting. Well done. We like the new
They're
van.
not going to give a shit.
It's got highway maintenance livery and a light bar, and it's fucking brilliant. I love it. It's great. We'll have some fun in that caddy.
Phrasing. Well, actually, maybe enough.
Well, that is what she said.
None of your business. I spent yesterday giving it a deep clean. Took the ply lining out of the back, and it's not ex-highway vehicle. There's bits of tarry pebbles and grit. Swept it all out. I saw a video on YouTube about how good the little cleaning products are for such a cheap product. I got a bunch of them. They are very, very good.
Oh, are they? Well, I mean,
yeah.
Bunny is looking beautiful if you use those on Bunny.
Yeah, I was going to say, after I did that on the van, I thought, these are very good. I'm going to put them to some more use, actually cleaning the outside of a car. And yeah, give your car a good clean over with it too. Yeah, get the middle of Lidl while they're there.
Oh, excellent. Yay.
Pod Nod if you're on YouTube. Damn, I can't remember the guy's channel. Epic Car Detailing. He's the one that showed off all the products and how they should be used properly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you fancy having a good clean of your car on the cheap, get down to Lidl and get some of this. Or is it bloody Aldi?
I don't know.
I'm terrible at recommending product. Whichever one does the Parkside stuff.
We are not
in
sponsored.
the middle aisle. Art, get working on it, will you? Now, we do have some exciting additional information to tell you about Johnny Turnip.
Oh, it's just so exciting today.
You're going to have to wait till the end of this instalment of Likely Used News.
Okay.
Oh, looking forward to this. From the Abergavenny Chronicle by Tim Butters on Monday, the 15th of July, 2024. Abergavenny man claims to have a vision that will change the world. An Abergavenny man who went on a drinking holiday in Llandovery has claimed that on the third night he was blessed with a vision that could turn the world on its head.
Oh my God.
Semi-professional paranormal investigator Johnny Turnip confessed to the Chronicle that he and his friends' quest to find the final resting place of King Arthur had hit a bit of a roadblock in the Carmarthenshire market town because we were bored out of our skulls and end up drinking ourselves senseless every day and night. He explained, our sacred mission to resurrect the once and future king had turned into a bit of a drinking holiday. Things came to a head on the third day when JFK Jones broke his ankle when we were racing down the overflow at Linbrian Dam and Reservoir on shovels. In hindsight, it was a silly thing to do, but so was visiting Llandovery. Anyhow, after JFK had passed out with pain, we had to bite the bullet and take him to the nearest hospital. We dumped him there and said he'd done it playing football. After 5 minutes of waiting for him to regain consciousness, we began to get a bit twitchy, so we left the hospital, jumped in Big Tony's Bedford Rascal, headed back to Llandovery for a pint.
As you do.
Turnip explained. Time was a habit of dragging in Llandovery, so 1 pint turned into 8. And before you knew it, no one was in a fit state to pick JFK up when he called. We told him to get a taxi and meet us back at the castle where we were camping. In the meantime, we bumped into a Llandovery local called Cheeky Gill, who was telling us all about the town that had trapped him and turned him to a borderline alcoholic. When Cheeky Gill told us his name, Big Tony, Puerto Rico Paul and Fast Eddie were howling with laughter. Not so much because it was a weird nickname, but because Gill was anything but cheeky. He was sort of moody bloke in the pub who scowled a lot and started fights with better looking and cooler men. He was right with us though, probably because he could sense that under the expensive leisure wear and gold jewellery, we were all touched by the hand of fate.
It's a GLC in Llandovery.
That was it.
You know I loves you because I fucks you and buys you chaps.
Let me tell you about this toilet I call a home, said Gill when he got stuck into his 6 rum and shrub. A century or two ago, there were 70 pubs in this neck of the woods for a lost soul to drink themselves blind. We even had a beer drinking goat. After saying his piece, Gill leaned back in his chair and eyed us all in turn as the sheer magnitude of having 70 pubs in a town where the population was a little over 2,000 began to sink in. Puerto Rico Paul slurped his lager and said, 1,000 pubs wouldn't be able to keep me in this crap house. Cheeky Gill eyed him furiously like maniacs in small towns often do, leaned forward in his chair, slammed his fist down on the table, causing our drinks to spill, and roared, "How right you are, sir! Every eve I fall asleep drunk and hormonal with plans to sober up and leave in the morn. Yet the horror of opening your eyes in Llandovery's unbearable without booze. So I reach for the nearest bottle. It's a vicious cycle, boys. Get out while you can. It's too late for the likes of me. Cheeky Gill then began crying uncontrollably and shouting for us to get out of the pub in his town. It was at this moment some old timer at the bar pulled out a guitar and started singing Mr. Tambourine Man.
Oh, God.
Before long, the whole pub, all 7 of them, including Gill, were singing merrily along. And although we like a sing-along as much as the next man, it had been a long day and decided to return to the castle and get some kip.
Sensible.
We were abandoning our quest to find King Arthur and leave in the morning. The cost of staying in Llandovery was too high. Our collective mental health had taken a proper kicking and was at breaking point. We'd seen a lot in our travels, but nothing had quite prepared us for the town that time forgot. Turnip explained that as they settled down in their sleeping bags for their last night amongst the empty beer cans and dog ends that lay scattered amongst the castle ruins, his last thought before sleep stole his eyes was, now that he's probably broken his ankle, I wonder if JFK Jones will have to wear one of those big ski boot things. And he fell asleep laughing. Yet before dawn, he had what he believed was a waking dream or mystical vision.
Ooh.
At first, it was just like any other morning in Llandovery, explained Turnip. The general sense of oppression and grey clouds was broken only by the occasional crow that looked like he wanted to eat my eyes. I strolled round to see the rest of the boys asleep and snoring, and as I strolled out of the castle ruins to have a slash, I had the shock of my life. That big statue of Llywelyn ap Gruffudd, usually perched on the rock there, was walking towards me. Beneath the helmet, I could see nothing but these big red eyes glowing in the darkness. And as it approached, I felt compelled to go down on one knee and said, "My prince, you honour me with your presence." Those red demonic eyes continued to stare right through me, and as he pointed his spear at my head, I thought he was going to impale me. But he simply said in a voice that sounded like 20 mouths speaking at once, "There now sits at the head of this country a knight that has neither been tested in combat, shaped by adversity, or proved worthy of the 7 trials. This shames the land and the generations of blood spilled on it. What do you say to this?" "Well, I didn't vote Labour if that's what you're getting at," I replied. "But then again, I never vote because the government always gets in."
Uh-huh.
Turnip explained. He seemed to like the wisecrack. For a moment, those red eyes of his turned blue before he boomed, "Your roots are of the common clay, Turnip, much like the great Arthur himself. Now, more than ever, this sacred Lyle has need of men such as you." Turnip revealed. When the ghost knife finally revealed where King Arthur was buried and where Excalibur could be found, I felt like I have since I was a hyperactive toddler that broke things a lot. I was a born prince of the universe, and with the power to change the world, and come hell or Llandovery, I was going to do exactly that. To be continued.
Brilliant.
Now, the exciting news. Tim Butters has collected Johnny Turnip's exploits and adventures in a new book he hopes will serve as both a warning and something of a Bible for enthusiastic amateurs.
Yes, my God!
What you need to do is beg, borrow, or buy a copy of my book today. It won't change your life, or that of my ghostwriter Tim Butters. He's on a fixed rate. But it could just well change mine.
Love it.
That's the quote that comes with the book.
Yes!
It's called The Manifest Trials and Tribulations of Johnny Turnip. It contains the semi-professional paranormal investigator's complete story, unabridged, unfiltered, unadulterated, and unexplained.
Amazing.
It's available at Amazon. We've both got a copy of ourselves.
We paid for them. They weren't a gift. Sorry.
No, we got them
Thanks,
soon.
Tim.
Yeah,
Yep.
just got them straight away. They got here really quickly.
Yeah, it was like 24 hours delivery. Thanks, Amazon.
Thank you very much, Mr. Butters. You'll find a link in the blog post for the episode at lightlyused.co.uk.
I'm so fucking chuffed that you emailed us. Thank you, Mr. Butters.
And thank you for not telling us off. I genuinely thought it was going to be a cease and desist, and telling us off were really doing a disservice.
Like, when you told me that you, like, it was like nearly the middle of the night, I think, when you spotted it in the inbox. And you were like, oh my God, Tim Butters has sent us an email. I don't know what to do with it. And I'm like, open it, open it, open it. And Adam's like, what if it's the cease and desist? And I'm like, fucking open it.
No, we weren't told off.
Oh my God.
We do have an update on the bike auction.
We do. There are 3 days, 14 hours left.
So it'll be well sold by the time you hear this. But as we're recording this...
Yeah, as we're recording this. I'm the highest bidder at the moment. We'll see what happens.
We will keep you updated.
We will. I'll let you know in the next episode.
But right now...
It's time for... Ooh, excuse me. Tat in the box, tat in the box. Tat in the box, tat in the box. Tat in the box, tat in the box, tat in the box. Tat in the box.
And it's my turn to go first.
Hooray! My eyes are already closed.
My notes are peeking out of my box.
Well, I don't...
need those there, right?
I don't peek at your box.
That's because I wear trousers. You need to put...
Only a Monday to Friday.
It's the weekend as we're recording this, listener. Right.
It's hot pants weather, ladies and gentlemen.
Right, you need to put your hands out.
Hands are out.
Eyes are clear.
Eyes are closed. Please forgive the straining noises.
Item is between your hands and facing you. Bring your hands closer together.
My hands are getting quite close. It's not another fucking sausage, is
No.
it? It feels quite narrow so far.
Well, that was quite girthy if I recall the description.
Oh, it's a small thing.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay, nice.
it's kind of disappointing. I've felt,
Never happy.
I've genuinely felt smaller.
What about the knobbly bit?
Yeah, I mean, it does have knobbly bits. Those could be feet, I suppose. Does it have a front and a back? Is that like
it was. Yeah, that's the front, yes.
That could be like a pig's nose. It feels like it's wearing maybe like a fireman's helmet.
Oh. And that part is quite shiny.
Nice ridge.
Thank you.
Sounds like it's made of, I don't know, maybe like poured clay or resin. It doesn't feel plastic. Feels like maybe it's painted.
Oh, can you guess the colour?
Well, if that's a fireman's helmet, that should be black, right? Maybe with yellow there. I don't know. I don't know any firemen. And he should be in red or blue.
I'm trying to remember London's Burning now.
And that's the front.
Yes.
So is it on its knees?
I can't tell you what this alleged fireman is.
Those could be wheels. Is it... I don't fucking know. It feels like a pig wearing a fireman's helmet, but he doesn't have a tail.
Do you want to open your eyes?
It could also be like some sort of vehicle with a character in it that is Fireman Samish. I don't know. I genuinely don't know what it is.
How are they?
Oh, it's a little Hetty.
I've had to hide that from my tat shelves in the back room just in case you saw it. You seem to know too much of my stuff. That if it's not there for about a month or so,
oh yeah,
maybe you'll forget it exists.
My attention span isn't that long. Oh, cool. So it is wearing effectively a black fireman's helmet, like the top of a Henry Hoover, and the body of the Hoover itself, or vacuum, I should say, because it's not a Hoover, it's a vacuum, is purple with a smiley face and a little black button nose, which is what felt like the pig's nose.
It is some kind of Henry variant.
I
pneumatic.
think it's a Hetty.
I don't.
Oh.
Now I shall tell you why.
Okay.
Pneumatic was founded in Somerset in 1969. Nice. The first vacuum cleaner designs made of a combination of oil drums and everyday components that are readily available, such as suitcase handles, furniture casters, and domestic washing up bowls, to make them simpler and reliable for commercial use. So if you needed parts, they're readily available.
Yep.
But the first serious commercial vacuum cleaners were made of steel, the NV2 and NV250. And apparently the majority of them are still working over 30 years later. Again, my source is Pneumatic's website for that.
Fair enough.
And they say even they still supply parts for them. Even the very first vacuum cleaner they sold, you can still get parts for it.
No way, that's insane.
The Henry Vac model is as old as me. Created in 1981. instantly recognisable to most Brits and probably quite a few places over the world by now, to be
Yeah.
fair, in hotels and schools and things like that, or
Yeah.
even people's
They're good
houses.
industrial hoovers.
So I haven't been able to find anything 100% about this very small purple toy. In 2014, to celebrate the 150th anniversary of the original John Lewis store opening in Oxford Street in London, 2 exclusive Henry variants were made.
Ooh.
John and Lewis. John was green,
Yeah.
Lewis was purple.
Oh, so he's a Lewis.
But they did say John and Lewis, where we would say Henry, they hadn't named them. I'm guessing maybe it might be too small. I couldn't find anything to say that a promotional toy was given away with them, but I think Hetty has eyelashes as well.
Ah, yeah.
So yeah, that's the only thing I can find relating to a purple version of a Henry Hoover or Henry Vacuum. It's a John Lewis promotional one, and this might be Lewis. And apparently they're only available for a few months. They've
Cool.
sold out. I did find one online. They said it was sold out, going for about £260. I don't know how long ago that was online. From photos, it looks like, Lewis is a bit of a darker shade of purple
Right.
than the actual toy. I can't find anything at all about this toy.
I wonder if that's just a knockoff one.
So it doesn't say pneumatic or anything on it. So
It doesn't say anything on it.
no, but
It's cool though. I like him.
I can only think the official company would go through the trouble of making that.
Yeah,
Otherwise, you'd just make an actual one instead of the toy.
maybe.
Instead of a model, sorry. You just have actual working wheels and stuff on it.
Yeah, like a Matchbox type
But yeah,
setup.
yeah, I think this is a Lewis.
I would like to agree with you.
Right, it's
I
my
like it.
turn to guess.
Cool. All right, close your eyes.
Eyes are closed.
Let me just-
Hands are that far enough apart?
Oh yeah, plenty.
Okay,
You're being it.
I
You're being very optimistic.
shall do the shoe sizer thing of bringing them closer together.
Okay. I said to you earlier, I'm pretty sure you're going to guess what this is immediately.
Okay.
I've tried to avoid bringing this for a while because it is really obvious. But it is on the table in front of you. Bring your hands together.
Oh, there we go. Right, it's an action figure of some sort. Is it the orange monster that we're not quite sure what franchise
It
it's
is
from?
the Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah. Oh, I was trying to guess if it had the jaggedy mouth. That's pretty
Yeah.
much, other than being an action figure, that's the only distinctive feature I remember it had on it.
So this is the 10,000 volt ghost
It looks awesome.
from the Scooby-Doo series in 2002.
Oh, it is a Scooby-Doo. Excellent.
Produced by Equity Marketing, and it's part of the Villains action figure line. It is bright orange with yellow lightning and red bushy eyebrows, I guess.
Yeah, not quite a monobrow, but almost goes all the way around his
It
head.
does almost go all
like
the way around.
Like wraparound eyebrows.
Yeah. He's got articulated limbs, so you can pose him roughly. He cost me £1.99 from... Do you remember that little cafe charity shop in Cardiff that we went to that last time we walked past was closed down?
I regret not getting that big
The
Lego head from. Yeah.
it was from there. I can't remember the name of the charity shop, but they don't exist anymore. There's lots of these on eBay, and they are averaging £20 plus.
Oh, wow.
So I did okay with $1.99. In fact, I think we may have paid like $1.97 for it because I think we were short on change.
Oh, yeah.
There are some rare versions of this character. 2 particular examples exist. Some of them have glow-in-the-dark attributes to them, but
I'm guessing the zigzags might glow in the dark.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. I don't believe this one glows in the dark at all. And the other rare example was in the first run, a bunch of the action figures got sent out with 2 left arms.
Oh.
So they have hands facing the same direction on both sides of their body. So yeah, that's what he is. He's a little Hannah Adams shoving
No,
it
it
up his
doesn't.
t-shirt to see if it's
I
glowing.
don't think it does.
No, I'm pretty sure it doesn't.
I think it's just, they're just quite light lines against a translucent orange body.
Yeah, so but he's, he's a nice thing to... He's quite tactile. He's
Oh, yeah.
solid, hard plastic.
Looks like an evil honey monster.
Yeah, he does. Yes, he absolutely does. Think of the honey monster, but bad.
That's
That's
it's
my
an
dude.
amazing. No, I still think that's an amazing figurine.
I'm really chuffed with
Yeah.
him. Like, I'm really pleased with him.
Excellent items. Photos on the blog, lightlyused.co.uk. Okay, this is our second attempt at playing this board game. And sorry if I sound very, very different to the podcast you've just been listening to. It's a few days later. And I think I've got hay fever recording this. So, Dumb Criminals, Attempt 2. Karen, take it away with the rules.
Okie dokie. So, contents of the box, you get your game board, 4 playing pieces, a die or a dice, whichever way you want to say it, 30 crew member tokens, 300 dumb criminal cards, and $170,000 in play money. The object of the game is to be the first player to collect $50,000 or the last player left on the game board by successfully completing heists and holding on to your crew. Setup, we've done ahead of switching the microphones on. We've got a counter each with the dice on the board. We've got our dollars. We start off with $15,000 each, one $5,000 bill and 10 $1,000 bills. And each player needs to select 5 crew members from the crew member tokens, which we've laid out in the centre of the board. Adam, do you want to pick your crew members?
1, 2, 3. I think I remember him from last time. 4. And let's go for 5. We're stuck to the board. There we go. I've got my 5. I've got Bumpy, the Chin, the Duke, Red, and El Gringo.
Nice. I'm going with Mad Dog, Skinny Joe, the Bull, Sneakers, and Shorty. Right, how to play. The player who has most recently told a lie goes first by rolling the die/dice and moving the matching number spaces clockwise on the board game. So the game board itself is a bit like a Monopoly board, like there's certain squares that dictate certain actions. Depending on the space the player lands, they must fulfill the action associated with that space on the game board. Once the player has completed their turn, the die is passed clockwise to the next player who rolls and moves. Players keep taking turns rolling the die, moving around the game board and attempting to answer as many dumb criminal cards correctly as they can whilst raking in as much cash as possible. Anytime a player loses all of their crew member tokens, that player is out of the game. Okay, so these are the board spaces. When a player lands on a heist space, is the opportunity to make some cash. The player must first decide how many crew member tokens they will wager, up to all of their tokens, so up to 5, before placing the amount of tokens on the heist space on the game board. Another player picks up and reads the dumb criminals card out loud. After hearing the story, the first player must answer if they think the story is true or false. If the player answers correctly, they collect the amount of cash listed for every crew member token on the heist space and places the crew member tokens back in front of them. For example, 4 crew member tokens placed on a $1,000 heist space equals $4,000 earned. If the player answers incorrectly, they earn nothing. All crew member tokens placed on the heist space are moved to the jail, which is in the centre of the board. The player's turn is now over and play continues clockwise. When a player lands in a court space, they may post bail for up to 2 crew members and add them to their crew. Bail is set at $2,000 per criminal, which is paid back into the stash of cash set aside or the bank. A player can have up to 7 crew member tokens in front of them at any one time. Bounty hunter spaces. We're nearly there, guys. Bounty hunter spaces. When a player lands on a bounty hunter space, they must pay $3,000 to keep one of their crew member tokens out of jail. If a player can't play, then one of their crew members must go straight to jail. The player's turn is now over and continues clockwise. Stabbed in the back space. When a player lands on this space, they lose a turn and play continues clockwise. It fell off the truck spaces. If a player lands on this space, they collect $500 for every crew member token they have. The player's turn is now over and play continues clockwise. 2 more to go. Blackmail spaces. If the player lands on this space, they may blackmail the player of their choice, who must pay them $1,000 to buy their silence. The player's turn is now over and play continues clockwise. Okay, so lastly, winning the game. The first player to nab 50,000 cash wins the game. If there is only one player left on the game board, that player is immediately declared the winner. And another game by these people is Stupid Deaths. And their website is www.ugames.com/dumbcriminals.
Now, last time we played this, we both couldn't remember when we told a lie, and we just went alphabetically.
Yeah. Have you told a lie?
I was going to ask
You look like you were going to confess to something then, Adam.
you. Yeah, last week.
You've done a lie. What did you lie
A
about?
white lie.
What was it?
You know, I said I traded the car in.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, it was an uncle's car.
Oh.
And uncle's didn't say it was my uncle.
Yeah.
He looked uncly.
Yeah, definitely looks uncly.
Yeah. So yeah, that was my white lie.
Oh, there we are. Well, it's not so bad. You're just sales for
Have you fibbed more recently than last week?
Not without checking my text messages. I don't think so. So you can
I'll
go
get
first.
the roll first. Right. 3 spaces.
Blackmail.
Oh, the player of my choice, but it's not going to be me.
Hang on.
Pay up.
If a player lands on a space, he or she must blackmail the player of their choice, and I must pay you $1,000. What if I don't want to keep your silence?
Do you send one of your players to jail?
There is no option to say if you refuse to pay the blackmail.
That means you can't.
I love that. Straight back, please, darling. I just landed on the same square.
Easy come, easy go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, armoured car. $2,000 per crew member.
Before we go any further, do you want to set a timer?
Good point. Well remembered. It's the one thing I'm responsible for when we play the games. And how many games have I forgotten to start the round?
Most. But that's okay. You win them all, so...
I will wager 3 guys.
Okay. So I need to pick you a card now, don't I?
Yep.
Okay. 4. 3,000... No. 3
2,000 a
guys.
player.
$6,000. Flightless bird. Rhys Owen Jones and Kerry Mules drunkenly broke into a Queensland, Australia SeaWorld and kidnapped a poor penguin named Dirk. The two later released the penguin into a nearby canal where they were spotted by locals who called the police. Jones and Mules were fined $1,000 Australian dollars each. Dirk was returned to the SeaWorld unharmed. True or false?
I'm going to say true.
Oh, bastard. It is true.
Oh, yes.
So you are up $6,000. I'll just consult the bank. There you go.
Ka-ching. Thank you.
2, 1, 2. I'm on a dead space.
6, 2, 3, 4, 5. Blank.
Oi. 1, 2. Court. Bail is set at $2,000.
Oh, you haven't got any players in there, so...
When a player lands on a court space, they must post bail for up to 2 crew members and add them to their crew.
Oh, does that mean you can
Bail
buy
is set at $2,000 per criminal, which is paid. Yeah, I can buy 2 more crew members if I want to.
Let's say you can.
Okay.
For $2,000 per head.
1, 2. I'm just going to buy 1 person.
And you can choose the name from
I'll
the
have the one
stack.
off the top. Sorry,
Oh,
I'm
good
touching
name.
wires.
The Cobra.
Ooh, the Cobra. I am up to 6.
Oh, another 6. 4, 5, 6. Oh, Bounty Hunter.
Bounty Hunter. When a player lands on the Bounty Hunter space, they must pay $3,000 to keep one of their crew member tokens out of jail. If the player can't pay, then one of their crew members goes straight to jail. Your turn is now over.
I'm coughing up.
Okay.
1, 2 change.
Marvellous.
Loyal to my guys.
You're a
Ain't
good
done
boss.
nothing.
Armoured
When they were near the
car.
armoured car.
Pick me a...
Oh.
Oh, I need to...
Oh, how many players are you wagering?
I'm going to go 3.
$2,000 per crew member. Flowers. Joan Cartwright was a prize rose grower and had won numerous awards for her roses. She came home one day to find all of her roses had been cut. At a house 3 doors down, Joan looked over the homeowner's shoulder as she opened the door and saw her roses in vase all over the house. Cops were called and the rose thief was arrested. True or false?
True. Seems random enough.
False.
Ah, boo.
So, do you want to bust... Oh, are they...
Do they have to go to jail now? If a player answers incorrectly,
We just
I
went through
earn
the rules. We're
nothing.
terrible.
And all crew members are placed on the... Yeah, all 3 go to jail now, please. Thank you.
Oh, do you have to wait till you get to...
Yeah, I think so.
The court to bust them out. 5. Russian roulette, 1 grand per crew member. I will wager 3 guys. It's going to be Bumpy, Red, and the Chin.
Nice. Okay. Drive-through. After a long session in a bar in Fort Worth, Texas, Alberto Gonzalez decided to steal a car to get home quickly. On the way home, he became hungry and thought he had pulled into the lot of a Taco Bell. Sadly for Alberto, he'd pulled into the police station next door and was arrested for drink driving and grand theft auto. True or false?
Oh, I'm going to say true.
It's false.
Ah,
So all your...
my guy's still in jail.
Yeah. Oh, no, those are my guys. Those are your guys.
They're just on the board. They weren't quite in the jail box.
Let's have a fight, shall we? Fight to the death. Crew v crew.
Oh, Royal Jewel Heist, 1 grand per crew member.
I'll go 1 to be on the safe side. Put Mad Dog in.
Home Run. Drake the Snake Bryson was a sergeant-at-arms at an outlaw biker club based in El Paso, Texas. Drake's job was to keep order at the club and settle any disputes. After a recent bar brawl, Drake was quickly arrested and the receipt of the purchase of a baseball bat used in the fight was found on the bar floor, complete with his credit card details. True or false?
False?
Oh, well done.
Oh, phew, I get my person back and I get a grand. Thank
Ka-ching.
you.
And Cacard.
5.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Royal Jewel Heist. I will only wager 1.
Okay.
Go on, El Gringo.
Hair today. Austin Harper of Little Rock, Arkansas. Oh,
Arkansas. They'll get angry in case we have any listeners.
It says Arkansas.
It's pronounced Arkansas. Yeah, it's one of those things, yeah. We're in
thought
Wales, come on.
I thought
We can't
Arkansas
argue.
and Arkansas were 2 different places. Are they not?
No.
Oh, geography's never been my strongest
No,
suit.
we're in Wales, we can't argue about silly pronunciations.
That's very true.
That's spelled differently.
Anyway, from Little Rock, obviously loved to look good when he was committing burglaries, as police found his wig at the scene of his latest break-in. After testing it for DNA and finding a match, police were able to reunite the wig with its owner at a county jail.
I will say false for a change.
That is false.
Oh, yes. Come on, El Gringo.
God, he's winning again. And you get a grand, yeah?
Oh, yes. Forgot my winnings. Thank you.
Oh, 6 for me, please.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 court.
I can get some of my guys back, can't
2
I?
grand per head. You've got 3 dudes in
I've got
jail.
3 in there. I'm going to bail
We've
one
got
out.
3 minutes left.
I'm
You
bailing
sure? Just the
Shorty
one?
out. Yep, just the one. 4.
4. 1, 2, 3, blank.
4. Bounty hunter. Pay the bounty or crew member goes to slammer.
3 grand bounty due.
Right, there's 5 for the bank and 2 for me. Your turn.
2. Court.
You bailing out
Yes.
you boys?
How's it? 3 guys.
Yeah, 6
I owe-
grand.
Yeah. Come on, guys. Out you can.
Ah.
6 grand down, but cruise out.
3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Art gallery heist. I'm going to go Mad Dog and Skinny Joe.
So you're playing for $3,000. Just a small one. Aidan O'Connor was out celebrating his not going to jail party after his recent acquittal in Dublin, only to end up getting drunk, smashing up the hotel bar, fighting with another man, and ending up with a 6-month jail sentence. True or false?
Did you say Dublin?
Yes, Dublin, Ireland.
Trying not to fall onto tropes here, but I'm going to say true.
Oh, it's false.
Ah.
Oh, we've got a minute left.
Right, okay.
4.
Oh no, they get
1,
back
2,
to...
3, 4. Bounty hunter. I've got to pay a bounty, haven't I?
No, you've got all your guys out.
No, or somebody does go to the slammer. That's the court when I get somebody out.
Oh, right.
I've just got to cough up.
Sorry.
There we go.
6. Blank,
Blank.
space. 4.
Blank.
5, please.
1, 2, 3, 4. Blank.
Oh my God.
5.
Blank.
1, 2, 3, 4. Blank.
6. Bounty hunter.
You got to pay some money.
Do I? When I play Lancelot, I must pay 3 grand to keep one of his crew member out of jail. Fine, there you go.
1. Oh, Royal Jewel Heist. I'm going to risk 3, guys.
Oh, I thought you were going to go
£1
big
grand
guns.
per crew member.
Okay. Snap decision. 23-year-old Jojo Baines was running from police in Dade County, Florida, when he jumped into a lagoon to hide. He wasn't in his hiding spot for long before he was bitten by an alligator and was calling on the police chasing him to come to his rescue. He spent the next 18 months... Damn fucking traffic. Spent the next 18 months in county jail recovering from his wounds. True or false?
False.
It is false.
Oh, yes. Come on, guys. And
that's £3 grand from the bank. And the alarm's just gone off. So round 1 is done. I would say you're probably firmly in the lead.
Well, all my guys are out of jail. And should we top up the winnings just to see?
Yeah.
Does it matter who?
I've got 4 guys in jail and 2 guys out of jail. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got £6 grand.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 grand.
Yes, of course you're winning.
So far. Right, see how we do in round 2. That spoiled the surprise of this book.
It's a big book of truth.
I'd say a little book of lies. It's not that little either.
It's not. That's probably because it's lying.
Bibliotat!
Hey!
My turn this episode, and I bought this in 2006 from the author, or one of the authors. It's a little book of lies by Richard Lockwood and Steve Potts Rayner. I bought it from Steve back in 2005, 6. I used to go to bootleg and mashup nights in Bristol, and one of the nights Steve Potts Rayner was playing. I can't remember what his DJ name was. But he was also selling books. This was a £5.
Oh, bargain.
So I bought it off him. And essentially him and his mate sat down over some beers and made up a bunch of shit. Now, let's have a look. I've got tabs in here. It's been so long ago, I can't remember why.
Is this one of your pre-prepped books?
Yeah. Pre-prepped from ages ago. I thought, I can just dip into that and it'll all come flooding back. There's a little bit about the authors. Richard Lockwood is a renowned space adventurer, psychic detective, time traveller, and gentleman who spends the rest of his time developing websites. His hobbies include fending off bankruptcy and being tired.
He's a psychic detective. Does he detect psychics?
He didn't specify.
Fair enough.
And Steve Potts Rayner lives in Hampshire with his wife and son, tries not to break anything. He's noted for his enthusiasm for anything that involves petrol, amplifiers, or beer. And ideally, all 3 at the same time. Nice. His favourite foods are beer, trifle, and bacon and fried egg rolls. I don't know if that's...
all in one go. Yeah.
His motto's unpalatable at best and illegal in many countries, even between consenting adults. We can either choose a number between 1 and 167 or letter A to Z.
132.
130. 2. Right. Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Pouring boiling lead into your ears is a safe and inexpensive method of earwax removal.
Oh.
Black computer pixels are made from octopus ink. Filling your kettle with gravel will make your cups of tea taste of honey.
Okay.
The look of the Eiffel Tower in Paris was based on the failed design for a revolutionary new cheese grater. Page 70. Storms in teacups physically cannot exceed gale force 6.
That's probably true.
A pack of playing cards set on edge can support a baby sloth. So essentially, it's just a book of bullshit they wrote over beers.
Fair play to them for putting it together. Well done, Mo.
Self-published, and it says in the back, this book has been substantially powered by beer. And as far as I know, it was only a very limited run of books. You could possibly see why.
Oh, I think it's really cool. I like it.
From the House of Infinite Zen Publishing. Appears to be the 4th thing they've published. Judging on the back.
Does.
No idea what the first 3 were. That's this week's Bibliotat.
Excellent. Good pick. And we've made it to the end of the show.
And we're still awake.
Yay! We only had 1 break in the middle, which is not bad for us, really.
We needed it.
Yeah, there was no napping involved, but it was definitely sitting down on more comfier chairs.
And there was a big tummy gurgle and a fart from me. So you didn't want to be involved
and
in it.
I did notice that you cocked your cheek towards me rather than away from me.
I'm right-handed.
Why'd you cock your left cheek?
That's the cheek I was sitting on, the right one. The dominant side. That's the one I was balancing on.
There's so much digestive upset throughout this whole episode. It's going to be another bum-related or belly-related title for next time, isn't it?
I hope not. And thankfully it's not smell-o-listen.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Right, I need to say thank you to a couple of individuals from Facebook who have donated some games to the podcast for us. Some of you who listen may also follow our social media. I'm currently locked out of the Blue Sky and the Twitter account since changing my phone over. Can't figure out why.
Sorry, and I'm terrible at using them. I only just post when there's an episode.
That's fine, we'll figure it out. But definitely on Instagram and on Facebook, you will have seen the games mountain of things potentially to come. So thank you to those ladies for those donations. I will give you individual shout outs when we bring your games out, but thank you very much.
And if you have seen them, you're ahead of me. I haven't, because I don't have Facebook or Instagram.
No, yes. It's all a big secret.
Or the next time I'm around your house, where did all these come from?
Yeah, that was Jackson's response when he saw the stack the other day. He was like, bloody hell, that's a mountain. I was like, I know.
We are some very generous people.
Yeah.
Thank you very, very much.
Yes, we don't need to buy any games for a while. We might have one or two that we can then donate to Cheap Show if you want to, or we can donate to charity shops.
Keep circulating the games.
Yeah. That's it. Keep them in circulation. And I also need to say...
Find out how they're meant to be played.
Yeah. I also need to say a very big thank you to the ladies of Taste of Haven Cafe in Milford Haven. I had a little day trip out there on Thursday, forgetting that it was VE Day and that most things would be closed. But there were a couple of charity shops there that I got to have a look around in. I didn't buy anything, it was a shame. There was a lovely yarn shop there that I immediately spent £40 in without even blinking. And the ladies from the yarn shop recommended Taste of Haven for lunch. So after spending money on wool, I went and tootled up and down the high street in Milford Haven. Milford Haven's not a town. It's weird. It's like just a road with shops on either side, but it doesn't feel like a high street. It just feels like a street with shops on it. It's weird. But anyway, I had a nice time. But the food in Taste of Haven was fucking phenomenal. I had the best Scotch egg of my life. It was so good that I told the lady I will go back and have another one. I also had the majority of a slice of carrot cake whilst I was there as well, and brought 2 cakes home for us to share, which we had yesterday.
They were lovely.
They were good.
Very rich, that brownie.
Yeah.
Was it a brownie?
It was like a brownie tray bake sort of thing. It had a fudgy, sort of chocolatey ganache on top.
A bit more going on than a regular brownie.
Yeah, it had like Kinder bars in it and things. It was really good.
Very
and
dense.
The cherry bakewell was banging as well. That was really nice. So if we ever find ourselves up in that direction for whatever reason, we can go to Taste of Haven for lunch, because I would very much like another one of those giant Scotch eggs.
Demand the finest cakes known to humanity.
Indeed.
To be brought to us right now.
Yes. Oh, and they also cater to vegetarians and vegans.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Definitely check them out if you're in the area.
Yeah, absolutely. They can be found on, I'll tell you now, 90 Charles Street, Milford Haven, SA732HE. And they also do outside catering and homemade buffets.
They've got the lightly used bump. Their business will be booming now.
Oh, yeah. All 6 of our listeners from England are going to fly themselves over to Milford Haven to eat Scotch eggs. But, you know, again, we're not sponsored by them. This is just a personal recommendation of mine. If you go there and have food, I really don't think you'll be disappointed. And the price point was really good as well.
I've not even been there, but I can recommend their cakes.
Yeah, they were slamming.
We are part of the Studio Channel 84 network, home to The Variety Show, The Untitled Sci-Fi Show, and Who Takes the Socks Off, plus the minisode series Socks On or Off. Find us all at channel84.co.uk. And if you want to just go on a bit, lightlyused.co.uk, you'll find the blog posts with photos, and also this time there'll be a video on there of Gareth as a Muppet.
Yay!
Telling you about a Fletcher incident. And a photo of him as Inspector Gadget, me as Silent Bob from 2007. Oh, how we've changed. Actually, no, Gareth weirdly looks
hasn't.
identical.
He has not changed.
Some Paul Rudd thing going on there.
Oh, Gareth, Facebook keeps recommending me as a friend to you, like to send you a friend request. I have not sent you a friend request. If you're listening, you keep coming up on Facebook as a recommendation for my friend. I'm not asking to be my friend, but if you wanted to be, that would be fine.
Good friend.
Adam and Karen have been lightly used. Visit lightlyused.co.uk for more. To get in touch, email pod@lightlyused.co.uk.
Tune Biro helps you think in writing an essay. Tune Thermometer helps you get well again, especially if it's a mercury thermometer. This is...
What was that?
Next door made a weird noise there.
Oh, I hope it wasn't a sexy noise. I don't want to hear next door's sexy noises.
This was a Studio Channel 84 network show. To find more, head over to channel84.co.uk now.